how do you enjoy your money while saving for the future? Kaya sa video ito, this will be your spending guide para sa mga savers and investors. So yeah, let's go! Hi guys, Supilo here. Now before we start, quick shout out sa ating new channel member na si Troy, Rona, and of course, thank you so much for all my channel members. If you want to support this channel, you can join by clicking probably the link or button somewhere in this video to become a channel member and support this channel. So once again, thank you so much. In one of my previous videos, I actually shared on the problem of savers and investors. And this is kind of funny kasi a lot of people, especially mga tinatawag natin, sabihin natin spenders, nahihirapan silang mag-save. Pero legit pala talaga na some savers, yung mga mahilig mag-save, katulad ko, nahihirapan din pala sila in spending their money. And in fact, a lot of people na also in dividend investing, yes, kumikita na sila ng dividends, pero hindi nila magastos-gastos yung dividends nila. They can't actually enjoy yung pera na. So, I'm not really sure why. Maybe because nagiging habit na natin, na nagsisave tayo and nagigilty tayo spending yung pera natin, yung savings natin. Kaya sa video nito, I'll be sharing 3 hacks or mga 3 strategies, or ano ba yung right term yan, but 3 ways to actually enjoy your money while actually saving for your future. Kaya sa video nito, let's find out how we can enjoy our money while saving for the future. Now, quick context, na-remember ko itong topic na to because may napanood ako sa YouTube video. And then sa video na yon, merong somebody who wants to retire already. And then meron siyang 3.5 million US dollars. And when you do the math, he can actually retire na. Pero, probably natatakot siya because all his life, he's been saving and saving and saving. Most likely, he cannot imagine himself na spending yung pera na he saved for it. Baka maubos yun, so natatakot siya na ganun yung mangyari. And, in fact, that's the reason why I created yung video na the problem of savers and investors. So, probably I'll put a link down in the description. Check mo if baka ikaw din to. Baka meron ka din mga challenges in spending your money. Okay? So, dun sa video na yun, I shared dun na merong couple na they have the money, pero nag-aaway sila kasi yung vacation, okay, yung vacation na they want to go to, medyo malaki. Even if they can already afford it. Okay? Kasi again, all their lives, they've been saving and saving and they find it hard to really spend, okay? So, it's true talaga na a lot of savers na nagigilty in spending. In fact, ako ganun din ako. Like, when may pera ako, like, I'd rather save this than spend it. Or if mayroong purchase na medyo malaki, like, grabe naman, ang laki naman ng babayaran natin. Mas maganda if i-save na lang, okay? So, ganun din. So, it's legit. Savers are having also hard time spending their money. However, spending money kasi is also a muscle and we need to exercise that because we don't want to retire and we still remain cheap. Okay, so we want to enjoy our money. Kaya, again, in this video, I'll be sharing 3 tips on how we can actually enjoy our money. Tip number 1, ito yung tinatawag na milestone rewards. Milestone rewards. Meaning, let's say for example, you're able to invest or save a certain milestone. Let's say, makapag-save ka ng first 50,000 mo, okay? Your first 100,000, your first 500,000, your first 1 million, okay? So, every time you achieve a certain milestone, what you can do is that kukurot ka, okay? Kukurot ka. So, I really love this principle called the kurot principle. So, meron kasing, I believe there's a story na tinatawag na kurot versus dakot. Yun ba yun? So, kurot is kuha ka lang ng konti. Yung dakot naman is like, kukunin mo lahat. So, there's 3 people. Okay? So, one person, let's say for example, meron na siyang savings na 100,000. And he wants to buy a cellphone worth, let's say for example, 10,000. 10,000 worth of cellphone. May cellphone ba? 10,000. Okay. So, yung 10,000, medyo kurot lang siya dun sa 100,000 na ipon niya. So, yun yung tinatawag na kurot. Meron din tinatawag na dakot. Kung saan, this person wants to buy the same cellphone worth 10,000, pero yung savings niya, 10,000 din. Okay? So, may savings ka na, pero yung lahat ng savings mo, basically, you spend it all. Okay? You spend it all. Tapos, meron ding isang person, the third person na tinatawag na utang. Okay? Kung saan wala siyang savings, pero he wants to buy a cell phone worth 10,000 pesos. So he borrows money from credit card, from lending apps, or mga loan apps or whatever. So they spend money, they don't have to buy that cell phone. So 3 people, same cell phone, pero iba-iba yung principle that they use in handling their money. So yung goal natin is we wanna do the kurot principle. Kung saan, every time you hit a certain milestone, pwede kang kumurot. Let's say, for example, na-hit mo yung first 10,000 mo, okay? Let's say 10% of that, yun, kuha ka ng 10,000, kuha ka ng 1,000, yun yung spend mo. You enjoy it. Okay? And then, let's say, for example, hit mo yung first 100,000, lagay ka lang ng certain percentage, depending on you. Magkano ba yung gusto mong kurutin? Like, 10%, 5%, okay? So, the important thing is we exercise yung spending muscle natin. The good thing kasi with that is that it's guilt-free. Guilt-free na when you spend, hindi ka nagigilty. Kasi again, I promise you, mga savers and investors, there's always a time na magigilty ka in spending your savings. Kasi savings mo yan eh. So, magigilty ka. Pero at the same time, we wanna enjoy now. Okay? We don't wanna like suffer now, enjoy later. That's good, okay? Kasi basically like delayed gratification. But minsan kasi nagiging habit na yan. Na by the time na meron ka na, nahihirapan ka ng enjoyin. Kasi yung mindset mo always naka-focus on the future. So, we wanna enjoy now. So, again, kurot principle, depending on you, set a certain percentage. Every time you hit a certain milestone, kumurot ka ng konti and you enjoy that guilt-free. The second tip naman on how you can enjoy your money while saving for your future is yung tinatawag na the money jar system by T. Harv Eker. So, T. Harv Eker, isa sa mga financial gurus that I follow, and meron siyang principle na money jar system kung saan every time you receive money, you divide it into different jars. Merong financial freedom account jar, merong long-term for savings jar, merong play jar, merong give jar, and whatsoever. Pero I made it simple kasi medyo marami yung mga jars niya. So I kept it simple kung saan meron kang save jar, invest jar, meron kang play jar, okay, and meron ka ring give jar. And of course, lastly is yung daily expenses mo, yung spend jar mo. So, for you to be able to save while actually being able to enjoy, meron kang save and invest na mga percentage. Let's say, for example, again, you can adjust this depending on your situation. Again, ito sobrang ganda ng idea nito na the habit is more important than the amount. Again, the habit is more important than the amount. Meaning, if hindi talaga kaya yung 10%, okay, so pwede ka mag-start like 5% or kahit 2%, okay? Depending on you. So, let's say, for example, you're earning like 20,000 per month. So, let's say, for example, 5% of that goes to your save or invest. 5% of that goes to your play jar. 5% goes to your give, all right? And then, the rest probably is for your bills, okay? So, again, depending on your financial situation. If medyo maluwag-luwag, then you can have like save, 10% for save, 10% for invest, 10% for play, 10% for for giving, okay? So giving for sharing, and then play, and then spend, okay? But the important thing is that balance siya. You're saving at the same time you also have play account. In fact, yung play account, yan yung pinaka-favorite ko talaga. Like it's really guilt-free spending. And the good thing kasi is like while you're saving, okay? While you're saving, you also play. Ang nangyayari kasi is, ito, personal experience ko talaga to, na nung wala akong play jar, lagi lang akong save and save. There will always come a time that you will sabotage your success. What do I mean? Kasi, hindi ko na-enjoy yung pera ko. Like, I've been saving, and there will come a time na sobrang busy mo, burnout ka sa work, and you wanna just spend. Like, shucks, I'm so burnt out, hindi ko na-enjoy yung pera ko. Ang nangyayari, kinukuha ko yung savings ko and I spend it. So, na-experience ko talaga yan. Like, I was able to have an investment already of around 6 figures. And because of burnout, nagastos ko yun. Okay, nagastos ko yun because of burnout. And if meron kang save jar, invest jar, at the same time, may play jar ka, guilt-free spending, okay, it will balance out, mababalance ka, na you're actually able to enjoy your money at the same time saving for your future. And lastly, tip number 3, buy or build an asset that pays for your liabilities. So, ito naman, I learned this from Grant Cardone, kung saan, yung sabi niya is that, yung goal mo is, yung active income mo, okay, you don't spend your active income. Maghahanap ka ng asset where you can invest yung active income mo. And then, yung asset na yun na nagbibigay ng passive income, yun yung pwede mong gastusin. Okay? So, this is something na I'm also slowly implementing. Kasi yung manager system, nag-work yun sa akin before. Pero ngayon, nafe-feel ko kasi na medyo malaki na yung percentages. So, let's say for example, 5%, 10% of yung income mo, and na-feel mo na, sobrang laki naman ito for playing, di ba? So, minsan, nagigilty pa din ako. Okay, nagigilty pa din ako. And, I also want to speed things up dun sa dividend portfolio ko. Kaya yung goal ko is that instead of doing yung manager system, which again, highly recommended, pwede mo din yan i-implement. Pili ka lang dito sa 3 tips. Okay? So, yung goal ko, instead na I do the manager system, yung active income ko, okay? Yung goal ko is that ilalagay ko to my dividend portfolio so that mas mabilis siyang mag-grow. And yung dividend portfolio ko, that's my asset. And yung dividends niya, okay, yan yung kukurot tayo doon, okay? Kukurot tayo doon for playing, for spending. So, I really love the idea of having an asset that pays for your liability. So, yan yung goal ko kung saan yung dividend portfolio ko, yes, may dividends, and yes, it's good to reinvest yung dividends. But from time to time is that maganda din na kukurot ka sa dividends mo. Again, you wanna exercise yung spending muscle mo. So, another example naman nito is, eto din, I'll give you an example. Itong YouTube channel ko actually, meron tayong a little bit of monetization dito. Like, kikita tayo ng konti through ads or whatnot. And yung income ko from YouTube, okay? So, I just actually reinvest it also. I invest it in mga, like, sa dividends, sa portfolio ko. And paminsan-minsan, ito yung nagpa-fund sa dream lifestyle ko, kung saan I'm able to buy some consoles, yung Switch 2 ko, yung mga games ko, kinukuha ko from my YouTube channel. So, my YouTube is like also an asset, okay, na kumikita. And yung kita doon I use it, okay, for me to spend it, for me to also enjoy. Kaya paminsan-minsan when my wife asked me like, uy, bumili ka na naman ng bagong game. Okay, saan mo ba kinuha yan? So, kinuha ko from my YouTube account. So, yung YouTube channel ko is an asset, okay, that pays for my liabilities. So, basically, ganun. So, yeah, yun yung 3 tips on how you can actually save money for the future at the same time enjoying it now. Number 1, milestone. Okay? So, kurot ka. Every time you hit a certain savings milestone, you do the money jar system. So, meron kang save jar, meron kang invest jar, meron kang play jar, meron kang give jar din. And then lastly is have an asset that pays for your liabilities. So out of these 3 tips, ano ba yung mas nagustuhan mo? So let me know in the comment section down below. So if you're a saver, an investor, ano yung plan mo of enjoying your money now while saving for the future? Again, comment down below and I'll see you in my next video.